Welcome to the Daily Buzz. I'm Mike Moliterno. Coming up with a business plan was a lot harder than high school senior Bryn Cook thought it would be.
I didn't realize that you had to take into account the cost of pens and like little things like that, just because it's not even something that you really think about. They're just there. But you actually have to pay attention to the cost of those.
But thanks to the curriculum taught by instructor Josh McMillan, Cook and her classmates will have a good understanding of how to create a business plan and what it takes to become an entrepreneur when they graduate. We have more in this week's Brain Gain Brief.
Brain Gain is sponsored by Farmers National Bank and the Mahoning Valley Manufacturers Coalition.
Here we see students in the Hubbard High School photography and digital media class busy at work on their projects. Each has been tasked with coming up with a business idea as well as a logo and merchandise to go with it. Instructor Josh McMillan.
I thought if I was going to start a business at age 40, let's say I wanted to stop at 60, that's 20 years of having a business. What could that have meant if I would have learned this stuff when I was like 15 or 16? Or at least had the idea of it.
This year the class is going even further with students learning the basics of running a business, everything from creating a floor plan to interviewing local business leaders to financial literacy.
One of those things where nowadays you don't need to go, depending on what you want to do, you don't have to go to school for 4 years for your trade, for your degree, for whatever. There's so many different options where people can just have a business based upon a skill that they have rather than the piece of paper that they had to go and get to be able to do it. So if they can start with like a general knowledge base, they can maybe limit that college debt by saying, I specifically know what I want to do, where I want to go with it.
Sophomore Evan Flynn, who decided to open a bakery, says finances were a challenge.
I feel like it would be very hard, like competing with like big businesses. So I don't know about a bakery, but I was considering entrepreneurship or maybe something else.
Sophomore Brennan Yeoman says the experience has him seriously considering opening a skateboard and clothing shop one day.
Like I was thinking maybe around here because there isn't very many skateboard shops. So I don't know how big the scene is for skateboarding because there isn't many places to skate.
You can read more in the link in the description. Crucial to the success of any business is making good financial decisions based on accurate and timely data. In the latest Farmers Financial Focus, Director of Commercial Banking at Farmers National Bank, Andy Estock, identifies some of the trends business owners should look for and how to take advantage of them.
A lot of times we find that people are running hard to sell and create revenue, but they're really missing where that comes from. What are the details?
And a new program at Choffin Career and Technical Center in Youngstown is getting students ready for careers in virtual reality and video game development. Instructor Donald Heilman says the interactive app and game design course gives students a good foundation of skills they can then use to enter a more niche field such as coding, visual arts, or Metaverse development. And that is going to do it for this week's Brain Gain Brief. For more Brain Gain news, click Brain Gain under the Workforce Development tab at businessjournaldaily.com. Thank you very much for watching. I'm Mike Moliterno.
Brain Gain is sponsored by Farmers National Bank and the Mahoning Valley Manufacturers Coalition.